Hello, this is Morteza Kordi, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create your own Android emulator and run your app on the Android emulator. So in order to actually run your app on the Android emulator, at the top you just need to click on this play button here, and so it's going to actually show you this window, and then you can click on create new virtual device. Okay, there is another way to create a new virtual device. So if I click on this button here, it's going to open this window for you. So let's close this window here. You can actually, at the top, you can click on tools, and then here we have this one, Android, and we have Android. We have AVD manager. AVD stands for Android Virtual Device Manager. So just click on this. So now it says your virtual devices. At the bottom, it says create virtual device. Just click on create virtual device. So here we want to create a phone. Okay, so just click on phone, and here we can actually specify the type of the phone that we want to create. So I'm going to create a Nexus 6P, okay, or Nexus 1, whatever device that you want to create. I'm going to create a Nexus 6P, and here we can see the size, the ratio, the density. Just click on next. And here, this is very important. Now we want to target the Android Oreo or 8. Okay, we want to run our app on the Android Oreo. So here, choose Oreo. If you want to target Nougat, you need to actually download the system image for the Android Nougat. You need to download it by just clicking on this link. Or you can, we have also the API 27. So we just want to use API 26 Oreo. Select this one. Hopefully you have actually already downloaded the Android Oreo system image in the Android SDK manager that I showed you in the previous tutorials. So choose Oreo and then click on next. So here we have some configuration. So first we can actually, here we can change the emulator name. We can say Oreo emulator. Oreo emulator. We have the Nexus SP. So here it's going to actually show you that it is actually XHTPI. It is a very high quality screen. You can change it if you want by just clicking on change. But we already clicked on Nexus SP, Nexus 6P actually. The operating system is Android 8. The startup orientation portrait. You can change to landscape later by just actually clicking on some options that are provided with the emulator. I'm going to show you that later. For now, just choose portrait. And we have the emulated performance. Choose graphic automatic. The device frame, enable device frame. Choose this checkbox. Let's click on show advanced settings. So all of these attributes, all of these settings are already done for you. You don't have to change anything. You can see that the camera, front, back emulator, speed full, latency none. And here we can see that, for example, the RAM is this value, VM heap 256, internal storage 800. So these values are already created for me. I don't have to change anything. And here I just have to click on finish. So now the emulator is actually created for me, right? And here it is, the emulator, Oreo emulator. And I just need to run this emulator by just clicking on this play button. So now I just need to, you can see now I can wait so that this emulator runs. In order to make this bigger, I can just click on this handler and just make it bigger. So let me close this window. Let me show you the emulator. So whenever that you want to create Android applications, make sure to run your emulator first because it's going to take some time to run. So now, as you can see, my emulator is now ready. This is my emulator. So let's go back to Android Studio. And here I just need to click on play button at the top. And here I can choose Oreo emulator. It says connected devices. We have this Oreo emulator. Just click on OK. Now it's going to run the app on this Oreo emulator. So now you can see that our application is running on this emulator. We have this button. I can interact with this button. We have hello world, hi world, text view. We have enter a name, this edit text. We have these buttons. We have this floating action button here. We have this menu. So now our app works on this emulator. So in the next tutorial, you're going to learn how to run your Android app on a real Android device. But I just opened a new web page here for you. So you can actually just enter this URL inside the search bar of your web browser, developer.android.com/training/basics/first app/running-app.html, or you can just in Google, if I click on this back button here, in Google you can just search for how to run Android app on a real Android device, and just click on this link that is actually related to the developer.android.com. Just click on this link and then you will be guided to this page. So here it says run on a real Android device. Set up your device as follows. Connect your device to your development machine with a USB cable. So first you need to just connect your device to your machine, whether it is a Mac or a Linux or a Windows. If you are developing on Windows, you might need to install the appropriate USB driver for your device. So this is very important. In other words, you must install the USB driver. So let me just open it in another tab. So you need to actually install the USB driver. So you need to actually read this documentation here, and here you can see the types of Android devices with different companies. You can just click on them and then download the specific USB driver of your specific Android device. So here you can see that it says enable USB debugging in developer options as follows. First, you must enable the developer options. Open the settings app of your device, and it says only on Android 8 or higher select system. So this second step is for devices that run Android 8. And then you need to go to the third step. Scroll to the bottom and select about phone. Scroll to the bottom and tap build number 7 times. You need to tap the build number 7 times, and then the developer options is going to be enabled. Return to the previous screen to find developer options near the bottom. Open developer options and then scroll down to find and enable USB debugging option, the checkbox, and then you can run the app on your device as follow. In Android Studio, click the app module in the project window and then select run, or you just need to click on the play button at the top. You already know how to do that. And then in the select deployment target window, select your device and click OK. By select deployment target, it means this one, select deployment target, and then you will see the connected device, and then you can run your app and then click on OK. So it says Android Studio installs the app on your connected device and starts it. You should now see Hello World displayed in the app running on your device. So you already know how to run your app on an emulator. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial. In the next tutorial, you're going to learn how to just download a specific USB driver if you cannot find it here inside this web page. And you're going to learn some tricks and tips in order to run your app on an actual device. So thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial.